Yeah, it rained the entire night. Okay, got my $40 mushroom coffee. Let's get these charts kind of more visible. We've been on a hot streak for a while here. This week, I don't know where I'm at. I know it's well over 10,000. I'm pretty sure. And I'm just treading lightly because I know that after every hot streak, there is a slow streak. It's just always the way it is. It's never just $4,000 a day for the entire year. There's gonna be some trials and tribulations. I'm just getting prepared for them mentally. That looks like that failed. Hmm. I don't want to rush into things. Break of 444 seems possible on this. I kind of missed it. Alt up on this is 506. Shoot. Lost a lot of money right there. See, I got to size down here. Wow, look at that. Down for C, $400. Trying to scalp this. See, I'm due for a red day, and I just don't want that to be today. So, that's not a good start. It's not a good start. Yeah. What did I make yesterday? Just under 4,000. Yeah. IMBS. I don't know. I'm down 400 on it. A lot of selling pressure up here. MINM. It's looking like one of those days where it's best to just be careful. All down is 634 on this. This is a little too close to a halt. There. INBS. I had to go back to INBS. This seems a little bit more realistic. Except I'm $400 in the hole on it. I'm going to go down to 900 shares until I feel like things have smoothed out a little bit. $100 there. Was it? Hmm. Hmm. Back down $500 on it. Given that the leading gapper MINM is failing, and I'm down 500 on this, this is where you really want to start to pump the brakes. There's a nice little pop there that gets me green. Alt up is 544. This could be a flush here. I didn't hold. Seems like it might reject at 490. It's a little tricky, guys, because normally I would say hold for the I guess it did break the pivot level, but normally I would say give it a little second, but it's a great example of recognizing sort of the choppiness, the weakness, taking profit. Here's a nice bottoming tail here on this one. Might get on board with this. It's the first bottoming tail of the day. Usually these ones do bounce. There we go. I'm just going to take that, I guess. I would like the hep to rip more. So, I mean, still, 4,000 yesterday, 5,000 the day before. Struggling a little bit today, but that's day trading. My focus is just not losing it. I got to cut that. That's going to fail. So holding on this is not working as well as just cutting it. This is very much just an in and out type of a day. Frick. It's too bad. It's very much an in and out kind of day. This is very much hyper scalp day, it feels. Very much a trade the range day. See how it did the bottoming tail here for the 2-bar pullback and then shot up a little bit, but then rejected. It's going to kind of make me want to stay out. 5-minute doesn't look the worst, but this one ended up working really well. Maybe time to go back over to this. The only money I got on this. I don't know. Got some more problem. I might have to switch back over to that one because this one just. Trying to catch the bottom here. Oh, see how quick that bid drops out? Got to take it. Just got to take it. Look at that. I should have just left my order up there like I had. A great example of just choppy action. This is kind of the first indication of a slow market coming up. Because we've been in this hotter market for a while now. Now the slower market's coming in. I'm up maybe 400 bucks in the day. It's better than being down 500. $223 concurrence, 49 likes. Thank you, thank you. 50-50. I might switch to this one. I don't like the patterns I see there though. The 5-minute chart on this looks like we could rip up through 488 or 490. This is where it's starting to curl a little bit, but look at that, back down. I got to bail on that. See how it's just, it tried. Had to take the loss on that. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. MI and MS might be better. Back down 180 red. I don't want a big red day. And I don't have a big red day right now, but kind of got to get it on these dips. That's where the opportunity is on this, but this is a little risky. I got to cut that. That's not going to work. I missed it by just a bit. Let's see how hard it's struggling just to go up. This is probably going to be a losing trade. I got to cut it there. Down 600 on this? Wow. Oh my gosh. I think that sums up that. Should have just taken the 200 loss on it. Okay, let's go over here. See, I should have been on this. This looks way better. It's frustrating, but this does look better. I should have been on this earlier. Wow, it sold most of my order. Yeah, this is much better. This is a much better stock here. I think I could come back to INBS later and clean up that $600. I just can't do that right now. I'll come back to that later and try to clean that up if it does in fact produce something. Still small. Now I'm on a small red day again because I took a loss. Halt up is 787 on this. Probably sold a little early. I'm not trusting anything, especially after an extended move like that. I've kind of already missed it. Could get another rip here, but I don't know. I'll wait for this to pull back. Might be able to get a dip on this. Hold down is 353. I'm just gonna take it. Give me 80 bucks. I'm gonna take it. This is a brutal day. I'm gonna wait for this to do something more than just be extended on the 1 minute. I'm gonna try to catch a rebound trade on this. It could be dangerous. 5 minute needs more time to drop, I think. The market today definitely probably the weakest one I've seen so far. Sometimes what happens is it does rally back after maybe 30 minutes. Have to cut that. Down 873 on this. Try to catch a rebound here. If this fails, I'm screwed. This, yeah, it failed. Look at that. See? Down 1,000 on this. I have to cut this one. Have to cut it. It was a good pattern what I took there, but dang. Okay, it's back up though. I better just spend time on this. I want to. Breathe, 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 breathe. Now look at that. Back up. I would be green on the trade. Now there's a big bid coming in. Try to go for a dip here on this one, I suppose. Wow, look at that. I had the right idea. Stay focused. This MINM is just a little too. Let me go down to 900 shares here. Trying to sell on the ask. I'm going to see if I can get this loss cleaned up. Yeah, no, it's not the day for the false breakdown setups. At least it's not the day to rush into them. There goes a little bit of money. I'm going to come back to INBS, I think. MINM looks a little bit flushy. This is tricky. Tricky day, boys. Train Farmer's down 800 bucks. He had this entry, but unfortunately, it's kind of a choppy little bastard. When you're feeling stressed, the best thing to do, get up. Trade what looks good, farmer, but let's do it with small size. It might be getting totally flip-flopped here. This is a bear flag. This is what looks good now. Surprisingly. I gotta watch this. There we go. We're making some money back here now. This stupid because I had the entry and I had the good entry with 5,000 shares. I mean, that's a lot of shares. There we go. There we go. We're moving in the right direction, boys and girls. Now my loss is down to 600. If I could just have a small red day, that's a win. That's a win. I ain't gonna lose sleep over that. Amazon delivered. Oh, son of a freaking. Are you kidding me? Lost here, I bet. Not. Halt up is 524. It's really just fighting here quite a bit. I'm just trying to get stabbed, see if we get a breakout. Breakthrough 5. All down is 365. I could have bought that dip. I didn't. I just took it because I'm like, geez, I can't gosh darn trust nothing here. taking that break even. This thing is hard to trust, boys, but break of 499 is kind of back of mind. It's really not looking super great. It's not very healthy. Let's see on this next scandal. Whoa. Whoa. That was great. I caught that. Did catch that. I don't trust it now, though. That was like a $1,600 win, but I was red like 600, so I'm only up 1,000 on it. Just kind of sucks. But that's what I was kind of looking for, that stop out. It's a $1,600 win, roughly, but I don't get to see all that money because I was in the red. I'm going to be careful on this. Okay. Now we're cruising. I got to cut that. Which sucks because now there it goes. Is this going to be one of those grinders? No, I got to stay out of there. That's just not looking so great. This looks like we could get a rip. Sort of thinking 715 back of my target. I want to get a dip on the ask. Let's get a dip. This might fail here, actually. This is tricky. I'm trying to see if we do a curl up like this again, up through 715. It's not looking so good. I'm up 1,000 on the day. It's better than being down 1,000, that's for sure. I see Russia. I've seen green pick up on the tape here, just telling me that maybe volume's coming in. See if we can curl here. If not, I'm going to take a loss. INBS. I should probably be over there. I'm going to cut this. I feel like that's going to go. I just don't know the timing. The volume's just too late. Back over here. Small size. Now I don't even have $1,000. This watching MINM still yet. I think we still got patterns on that to trade. INBS. Big buyer there for some reason. Up to 540. Yeah. Now this goes. Gosh darn. See if I get a dip. That doesn't look so good. I missed the run. That run that just happened was kind of my target. Buying high here. I got shaken out. Probably should have held. Up $942. This looks like a 5-minute pullback starting here, so I'm not so sure about it. This ended up working. This is like light volume. I bought 5,000 shares way too high. Way too high. Gotta cut that. That turned into such a crappy little trade. I was trying to hold again. Problem is I'm trying to hold for these bigger moves. It's proving to not be worth it. Wow. Ah, shoot. Gotta cut that. Wow, I'm up only 390 on it. That's not good. Hmm. Hmm. Fall down 412. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm don't really have a whole lot of profit, maybe 400 bucks, which is okay. I just got to keep reminding myself to stay careful. I think this guy has room up to 744. I'm going to come over to MINM. Just not having any luck over there. We got a 5-minute candle over candle possible setup here. I'm going to wait for a dip. I'm going to take that little dip there. See if this starts to run up. Hmm. That just is not moving that well. I'm going to go down to 900 shares here. MINM is just not working either. I have an idea that this is going to have to break down and then maybe go up to 744. That looks like a breakdown. Flat bottom here on this. Feather points. Oh, good to know. Try to let this rip a little bit more. I got spooked out of it. It's the trade that I probably should have held too. MINM, I guess, is a no too. That's I had money on it, but I'm just gonna write that off too. It's just gonna have to be INBS. Quick wins is what's gonna work best on it. trying to hold for the bigger move, which works well on other days. It's just not working today. So selling it right there. I gotta start making some money yet today. Ain't gonna cut it to be not making a lot of money. That's definitely a wrong way to think about it. But I'm gonna wait for a dip. I'm gonna try to buy the dip. People are getting lucky because there's what this thing is doing is it's giving us a lot of like rejection indication, like weakness at resistance, weakness at the highs, but then it does end up coming back. So people are getting, because their trade management is maybe not as sensitive as mine. I'm guessing some people are doing well, but this is just giving us signs that it's weak. But now I'm starting to think it's going to keep going. Possible breakout here, even. No. Well, maybe I should have just trusted my gut. Look at that. I took 5,000 shares up here. That was probably stupid. See if I get out of it. Nope, I lost all my profit. See? I knew that if I sized up today, it would get smoked. What time is it? 8:13. Now I'll set the timer 20 more minutes. Let's see what I can put together. At this point, I tried to get in with 5,000 shares with that bottoming tail, thinking we would get a big rip. It didn't happen. I lost 500 bucks, 10 cents. In at 514, out at 504. Question is, do I go for another big trade? Wisdom tells me just to take the small green day. But maybe I still need to learn a lesson. I'm just looking at what I have on the week so that I can maybe feel a little bit better about this struggling. I have 14,000 on the week. I added the 5,000 here. Just saying basically screw it. Kidding me? Look at that. It fails. It fails. Now I'm down break even on the day. I need like one big trade to save me. Thought that was going to be it. Look at that drop. Brutal. I have to stay out of there. Where am I going to make my money today, boys? This is a nice little bottoming tail. That's failing too. I don't think it's my day, guys. I don't think it's my day at all. Okay, I'm not going to add the 5,000, but I'll go for a dip. Emotions, guys. Emotions. That's what I'm dealing with right now. Live. I could have just taken $1,000 on the day. Probably would have been all right. Look at that. See this? I would usually bail on this now. I got to bail on it. That's tricky. Trying to set up the hole for a bigger trade on this one is just not very fun. Now down 168 on the day. Just got to be smart. That $1,600 win is no longer. Going down to 900 shares. This thing's losing a bit of steam, I would say. It's really favoring just quick market ins and markets outs. Got a little bit of a bottoming tail here that I like. See if we get on a run. There we go. Making a little bit of money here. Gotta buy the dip. Back up $300. We can just try to get refocused here. I almost feel dizzy. So this can happen where you start to, it almost is like tunnel vision. That's when you kind of know you're trading on tilt. Kind of feel like I'm in tunnel vision right now. This is where things can really go south. Setting up a bearish pattern here. We're going to see if we get a false breakdown. Gotta kind of had a bigger buyer step up in there. It didn't make sense to me why he would be there. I don't. The rebound here just doesn't seem to make sense. I wanted to dip. Oh, Wilson, that's really good. Oh, I gotta cut that. Back down to break even. Let it break down. Trying to go for a big trade here. This has to work for me to make money. Feels right. I'm bailing on that. I'm bailing on that. Probably shouldn't have. It's still a good pattern, but yeah, sure enough. No, no, look at that. See how tricky that is? Good thing I did bail on it. Wow. You just cannot make this stuff up. I think if I do make a lot of profit today, it's going to be on like one trade. Because I've run out of time now to sit here and hyperscalp it. There's no more volume to hyperscalp. I'm going to have to wait for a big trade. I'm at 8:30 on the day. I have to wait for a big trade. 7,000 shares. dollar a share move. Let's go to the 15-minute. We have this flat bottom here. I'm bailing on that. That just we didn't see enough buying on that dip for my taste. This is a very risky pattern. I don't trust it. This volume just doesn't seem right. Hold down on this is 4. I think I'm gonna try to get it around 473. That's where I'm gonna try to get it. And if I do take it with big size, I could be at risk of taking a big loss, which maybe is not worth it. I could just take the small green and be happy. But I do see potential on this. My foot is shaking a little bit. Something tells me I should not be anticipating to take a trade at this size. There we go. I see the big buyer there, but I don't trust it, so I just got out anyways. Puts me at 500. You know how I've been saying how this one's better to just take your profit? That's kind of why I just took the 7,000 shares. Usually I would hold, right? We'd get the false breakdown. I would hold to give it some time to work, but today it's favoring the traders that will just do market in, market out over and over again. Good thing I did not buy it. Woo. I don't know. I might just take the 500. Unless this goes into a giant bottoming tail, which it might. How much time do I got? I got 500 bucks in the day. I'm feeling okay about that. This I had money on, but I don't think I'm going to trade that. Let's let this thing bleed down a little bit and then look for a rebound trade back up. But we don't want to rush into it, if there's anything I've learned. Clear drawing set. I could try to catch a rebound trade with 7,000 shares. So this is going to be interesting. Bill Lewis has no trades today. There was a little bit of action. I mean, there was action today. We had some nice pops, but to me, it felt a little trappy. I may have missed the rebound on this. That's the crappy part. Look at that. Look at that. That's an engulfing candle on the 5 minute. That's really strong, but see if we get a pullback here or something. Maybe we get a 2-bar pullback here. That's what I would prefer, a 2-bar pullback. This stock isn't giving me what I like. I know just enough. Oh wow, look at how dirty that was. Gotta cut that. That looks like a flush. So up from 500 down to break even. I guess I should have just taken my $500. Clear example of when it's not working. Thought I could get a 2-bar pullback there, but now I'm just thinking no. Now I'm down. I lost $600 there. The money just goes quick. Yeah, M just dumped. Down $116.